It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. It's the Ravens and the Chiefs on Thursday night primetime.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, ball is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of yards on first down. Second down and a yard. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This pass left side to Downs. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Murray going to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And he'll get 5 yardage there as he'll be touched down. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Down the left sideline. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception. as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Murray now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that'll look back on and probably say we should have done better there.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team is looking for in their quarterback.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Shotgun now from Murray. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Murray. This complete to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Murray. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he will have a Chiefs first.
Safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 15-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this taken in by Downs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now 3rd down and very long. To throw, it's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. That will make it 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, heading back out. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Engine right is Wilson. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Oh, he was as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. There's Mahomes. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Here's Murray. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going forward.
I have zero explanation for that, because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
Here's Hardy set to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
They made that defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Motion left, Kupp. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now receiver in motion left. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from moving out in front. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter to play.
At the 26-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Hardy. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of will a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll send Kupp in motion right. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. On the return is Jones. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Murray. And this pass caught by Gray. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Murray going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made.
And a big loss here as he's taken. Setting him back on the sack. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, That was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where
oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw is Mahomes. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chiefs offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances, and he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Jones has it. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Murray. This short throw caught by Goddard and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Throwing now is Murray. This complete to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Kamara up the middle. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, the tight end. Murray now. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw, it's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Caught on the right side by Jones. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. To throw is Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Here's Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Ravens offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Motion man is Shakir. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Play fake. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the gun, Murray. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now to throw. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
At the 46-yard line.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back out to you guys in KC in just a moment. But first, let's look ahead at what should be a tremendous opening weekend for 2024. Some great games coming up in the next few days, one being the kickoff to the International Series, the first ever game in Brazil. The Packers and Eagles from São Paulo. Kickoff set for 8:15 Eastern Time. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit. The crossing lanes, they've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Tershawn Wharton.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Jones on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Getting this one up to about the 35.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Murray going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. So 4 sacks in the game. Charles, I don't know. Should we think about maybe bypassing Rookie of the Year and just jump straight to Defensive Player of the Year for him?
Oh, I like the whimsical tone in your voice on that one because what we're seeing right now, Rookie shouldn't be able to do what he's doing, but he's getting it done. A little precocious, this young man.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find Gray here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now Murray again. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. In motion left goes a tight end. Looking to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Operating from the gun, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Finding room at midfield, and finally brought down at the 43. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Murray. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On the counter, here's Kamara. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now Murray. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Throwing now is Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
Murray now. Quick slant to Watson. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. To throw, it's Murray. He's got it. That catch good for 8, but it's 3rd and goal now.
and there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll turn to Kamara. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Brent Urban there to get him down. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now throw right side, taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. Here's Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Murray. And Watson has it right side. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. From the 39, Murray. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun, Murray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Play fake, Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Mahomes will throw for it. Escaping, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Boy, you always hate to see, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown, and oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe. But this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cooper Kupp, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Murray now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down.
Running with Kamara. He'll take this to the 46.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And Watson has it right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Gray. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Murray. On the check down, he finds Kamara. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd down and 6 now. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's out right at the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. And no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Crossing route catch made by John. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this ball game. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. After the turnover, here's Murray. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
That complete to Downs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Kamara. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Here's Murray, the 10 to the 9. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Murray. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now here come the Ravens. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now Murray. And this pass caught by Gray. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's taken in by Watson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's into space past the 25. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now Murray again. He finds his receiver, Watson. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Murray, sliding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now this taken in by Downs. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyler Murray
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Here's Mahomes. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mahomes. That's caught by Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Mahomes. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
Here's 2nd down and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. Kamara trying the right side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question. Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of